whole was it
the Riddler trophies?
The Riddler trophies all about. How many Riddler trophies have you gotten from out of?
The game has 240. I have 199, I think.
And you still got more to go.
Right, and so they have the Riddler trophies, little icons to pick up, and there's like the Riddler's riddles, and it's like it's crazy. I'm not even gonna say. But once you
spoil
see
it too much,
when you see it, you're gonna be like, "Oh man, this game is gonna have you like looking all over the place for so much." And the gadgets are beautiful.
And of course you get to use more. For like instance, you have the batarang, but now you have different steps of the batarang. You can put sights on 3 different people at the same time. Am I right?
Right. That's like one of the upgrades. Oh, I'll tell you this much about the game. It's not spoiling it. You have the regular one.
Spoil it too much.
Right. And then you have the double batarang. You can hit 2 people at the same time, or you have 3 batarangs, so you can target 3 people. And Batman is just nasty with it. He could throw three batarangs and hit 3 people at the same time.
You have the camera view too.
Yeah. You have the different camera. Yeah. You could lock on. I think it's the right bumper to trigger. Well, I think you hold on to the right trigger or the right bumper. I forgot.
And it takes corners too.
Yes. That's the remote control batarang.
You can fling it and you can go around the corner.
Oh man, the man has gadgets, and this game is great. Like I said, 60. This is one of them games that are worth $60. Finally, a decent Batman game came out where it has everything. It has the fighting. It has the villains for all you big Batman fans who actually read the books. It has his gadgets and everything. You know, Kevin Conroy. We already covered that.
Played the voice of Batman.
Right.
We actually covered that in the demo.
Right for the demo part.
We covered Batman in our last episode, which was the demo, but now it's out officially.
The demo was like barely a taste of the real thing.
If when you first start off in the asylum, the demo only shows you only a certain amount of the asylum, but in the actual full game, it's like it's more before you even get to like where you got in the demo.
Right.
So there's a lot. I never thought that Batman Arkham Asylum would be that good.
Yeah, but you know what, man? It's like, for people, I know there's going to be those guys out there that just want to run through the game because they like doing the speed run thing. You can do it this game, but it will behoove you to make sure you do all you can to get as much experience points so you can get upgrades. Because you're going to need to utilize them upgrades, and you're going to realize the more upgrades you have, you could use them to your advantage. Yeah. And don't despair. There's like certain gadgets that he uses. You're not going to have at jump, and you may come across certain times where you want to use it, but later on you will definitely get it. So it's not like they messed the game up. The game is beautiful. The game is great. And then after you beat the game, you could go back and look for the Riddler stuff that you did over, or you can get ahead and do it on hard. And they also have time trials and stuff like that, where there's a whole slew of guys online that go through a certain board in a certain amount of time or get a certain score. So it has some replay value too.
On the PS3, they have an unlock mode.
Right.
Only on the PS3. But I forgot what was it.
There's the Joker's challenge. There's some Joker's challenge.
But I think it's only on the PS3.
Only on the PS3.
That's the only unfortunate. If you guys got PS3, that's your little exclusive, excuse to spit in the Xbox 360 faces.
Right, exactly.
Because we got both systems, so we're neutral.
Yes,
we're not hopping from system to system. We talk about 360 a lot.
Yeah, we do.
But I, personally, if I had to choose between, and you guys heard me say it on this episode 31, if I had to choose between Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3, landslide PS3.
Out the box is superior just a beautiful, and better machine.
But speaking about PS3, I want to say one thing about the PS3. But I know because our time is so limited. As far as rent it, buy it, or forget about it. Buy it. Don't even,
because we kind of milked Batman.
The hell out of it. I ain't gonna front. We went in.
We would love to spend a whole episode talking about it. We can, but we're not going.
But we have other games that we played that's not fair to the other games.
But some on PS3 we can slide into that.
Exactly. They have a new PS3 now actually has it's slimmer and it has a new price. It has a new price. $299, which is
shaved off $100,
which is still decent because that $100 makes a big difference.
It comes 120
gig hard drive. So we want to thank all you guys who send us all the emails and on our Xbox Live send us emails. Hey, there's a new PS3 out because we get the updates from from our different sources and stuff like that from our feeds. But you guys help us out too because as soon as you guys get it and if we didn't pay attention to it, boom, you send it to us right there.
Right.
I mean, it looks good. It still plays Blu-rays. It has 120 gig hard drive. It's a little bit more slim.
No backwards compatibility.
No backwards compatibility. That's why I love my first generation PS3.
You lucky guys with your first ones.
Yeah, I got the card reader on there. I got all the card reader. Man, I just pop it up my digital camera, pop it in there. The new PS3 for $299 don't have that
Yeah, but it's still not bad actually. Still overall, it's still a great package. It's still a brolic package. I mean, for you guys, for you real super tech dudes, you can't install Linux on it.
No.
A lot of people didn't. I didn't care about that.
Wait a minute, you can't install Linux on the new one?
On the new one, no.
Oh wow, how come?
No, I don't know. Like I said, they just disabled that feature.
Where'd you hear that from?
Yeah, well, from one of my sources, I was reading.
Oh wow, I didn't even realize. Although I would have never installed Linux on it, but yeah, I saw this one.
It's still nice just to know when you go through the options, install OS. It just feels good just to have a machine that can do that, right? And what else? Oh yeah, I was gonna say, take a stab at the 360. Xbox, they made sure and rushed and tumbled and fumbled over themselves to get their system out a year before the Wii and Sony did. But here it is, Sony came out with this system a year after, and they came out with a slimmer version before the 360 even came out with a better version. It's still the same thing. I mean, maybe they changed some chips around and did this and that, but the PS3, they done revamped. They didn't even need to do it. That's the thing.
Microsoft know what they're doing.
That's the thing. But let's move on.
Let's move on because I didn't even know our time was so limited.
Very limited.
Let's talk about Wolfenstein real quick.
Wolfenstein,
real short. Give it a minute's worth.
Wolfenstein was like, this is an old title from way back in the days, and they just brought it back as like, you're dealing with the Nazis. You're a secret agent American dude.
That's like BJ.
Right.
No homo.
BJ.
They would say BJ.
Working with the locals, so to oust the Nazi regime and all that stuff. It's like a whole lot of militant and like supernatural powers that they sent you over there to uncover.
As far as go ahead, I'll let you finish.
Oh yeah, but so far we didn't get super far into the game, but we have like a little relic amulet kind of thing.
We got real far in the game
where you can go into tap into another dimension kind of sorta. You get different powers. You can slow down time and stuff. And the controls are great. I'm not really that much of an FPS dude for such a shooter guy, but I do like them. This one I like. I like the controls. It's nice, and the graphics do look good. The storyline is good. So you know what? I'd say buy it.
I would definitely say buy. You pretty much broke my storyline. Because students going in tonight. I don't even gotta say nothing. I'm gonna just chill out and listen to you for real. But you broke it down. I don't have nothing else to say. Wolfenstein, good game. I would say either rent it, buy it, or forget about it because we didn't really get into that deep with it. I would definitely say at least. I would say buy it.
Yeah,
it's worth it.
I say buy it. It's worth it. It's a decent
worth
game.
it. It's not. The graphics are nice. It's crisp. The controls are good. And everything he just said. Yeah. So we'll just move on to that.
Right.
What's the next one? Shadow Complex.
Oh, Shadow Complex is a side-scrolling Xbox Live Arcade, and it's like I've seen it. I'm like, I'm gonna get around to it, and everybody I know, oh my goodness, Shadow Complex is great. I'm buying it. I'm like, what? For 1,200 points, for what's usually available for 1,200 points on Xbox Live, it's like, wow. Wow.
The graphics look good. The storyline is good.
Yes.
And what they do, they pull you away from the side scrolling and put you into a cinema scene. So it feels like it almost gives you the illusion that it's really like free roam or 3D.
3D world, yeah, they got 3D right. Unlike how Street Fighter 4 tried to do the 3D thing, and the physics were kind of horrible. This is a really great feel and look to it. It's like, wow. Now this is definitely see, now this is all it's going to do is make me look at every arcade game after that, and I'm like, that's not worth 1,200 points. Well, I remember Shadow Complex was 1,200 points, and that was a great game. I'm not spending money on this.
Take the time out, download Shadow Complex.
You won't be disappointed.
I guarantee you, if you have the 1,200 points to spare, you will buy it because you want to see how the plot goes when after they capture the girl and start beating her face in. I was like, what's up with that?
I'm not gonna lie. If you haven't gotten Marvel's Capcom 2 as yet, and you have the 1,200 points, don't get that.
Don't get it. Get the
Shadow Complex first, and then work back.
But definitely, I would definitely say download Shadow Complex for the Xbox 360.
Spend the money on it.